Brittany Madison, and you're watching Dontae's Boxing Nation.
Dontae's Boxing Nation. Dontae's Boxing Nation.
Dontae's Boxing Nation.
Dontae's Boxing Nation.
It's no good, bad, or indifferent. It's just the landscape of boxing.
It's the reality of it, like you said.
And it's leaning. And it's leaning more and more towards people going to have to start bridging the gap between themselves and Al Haymon. It's just the reality of it. It doesn't make sense for them to be fighting each other. I mean, be fighting against each other anyways, because we want these fights. You know, I want to see Timothy Bradley fight. I swear to God, I want to see Timothy Bradley fight a Garcia. I really want to see that fight.
Shit, Thurman,
he's earned
all of
it.
them.
He's actually the only guy on this planet that we can say, but outside of Manny Pacquiao, that has truly earned a Floyd Mayweather fight. He is the only guy on God's green earth today that we can say at 147 has earned a fight with Floyd Mayweather. And Bob Arum says he doesn't want to work with. Well, when you got a fighter like Timothy Bradley, who's made you more money, he probably has been his most consistent fighter. Manny Pacquiao obviously has made him more money, but Timothy Bradley has been his most consistent fighter over these last 5, 6, 7 years. You see what I'm saying? And Top Rank is gonna run out of fights. You know, HBO first big card of 2016 is Kovalev Pascal 2. The only way that fight makes sense is if it's in Canada. It probably will be in Canada. I'm almost certain, right? That's not a fight we want to see, Dontae. He's going to destroy Pascal.
Yeah, somebody he just knocked out.
And the fight before that, he fought Muhammad, and the fight before that, he fought Bernard Hopkins. So you see how Kovalev has yet to be in a marquee fight yet. Andre Ward has yet to be in a marquee fight yet. Triple G has yet to be in a marquee fight yet. But who's getting all the slack? Andre Ward.
Yeah.
You see how, although I'm jumping tangents, you guys see the correlation.
The double standards is what we're talking about. And like you said, they criticizing Andre Ward, his opponents, but no one's criticizing the fact that Kovalev just fought Muhammadi, and now he's gonna fight a guy that he just knocked out. Pascal.
Not only knocked out, probably derailed his career.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Because he didn't look good in this, and then he lost.
He lost to Martinez. Was it Martinez?
Unieski.
I know he had a Gonzalez. I know he had a Latin last name. He lost. It was a draw. It was a draw. They gave him majority decision.
Ah man,
I watched that fight.
I think they gave it to Pascal.
That was the biggest robbery of. That was the biggest robbery of the year.
So it's argued. It could be argued that he lost 2 fights back to back, and no one's criticizing him for fighting for Kovalev fighting this guy.
Yeah.
But yet Andre Ward got to fight, you know, King Kong before, even though he didn't already sign a contract to fight Kovalev next year.
Yeah.
So
and honestly, that's a pick'em fight for me.
Oh, it is.
Right now, Kovalev is the meanest motherfucker. I interviewed him yesterday at the Top Rank event. He is the meanest motherfucker on God's green.
Yeah, exactly, and that's the whole point. It's a 50-50 fight. I'm still gonna lean towards Ward, because I think Ward's gonna smother him. I still think Kovalev has problems on the inside, but we'll talk more about that when the fight gets closer. But yeah, man. So you heard we just heard what they said in the press conference. They giving us mixed signals, right?
Yeah, they giving us
we asked Canelo, so are you gonna fight him? I'm ready. I'm born ready. This and that. And they say he's gonna fight in May. So you don't believe it's gonna happen in May?
It can't happen in May. The reason why it can't happen in May is because Triple G has to fight probably sometime February, March. And the reason why.
And Toriano Johnson, I think, is his mandatory too.
Is his mandatory? That's a decent fight.
That actually will tell us a little bit more about Golovkin, because when him fighting a guy with power, Lemieux, we seen that alter his whole style. He didn't fight Mexican style. When
he's not a Mexican style fight. He's a boxer.
Oh yeah, that's as far as I'm concerned, that's an insult to Golovkin.
Exactly.
Say that.
Yeah, exactly.
Because he's way beyond that.
As I told you at the forum, Golovkin is the best fucking fighter in the world. I just say boxer. Andre Ward is probably the best boxer in the world. Triple G is the best fucking fighter in the world. I saw this guy, every fight I've seen Triple G fight, they've quit before they've been knocked out. And that's just, and when you sit in ringside, you can see body language, you can see them sitting in the ring, and because you're being slanted by you're being slanted by Max Kellerman and all them guys, or Paulie Malignaggi when they're calling the fight, you don't really. They're slanting you in a direction that you can't be objective about. You're being subjective because you're being led by their voices. But Triple G's a motherfucker.
I'll call Triple G the best fighter when I see him fight another guy who has his power, his confidence as an undefeated fighter, and he don't even have to be undefeated, but you know that type of confidence of a fighter on a win streak. When I see him knock out someone like that, then I'll say, yeah, you could probably say he's, if not one of the best fighters, the best fighter. So yeah, we don't know until he get in the ring with somebody on his level though. When he start knocking out Andre Ward and you know, cats like that, and maybe DeGale, you know, James DeGale at 168, Carl Froch. When you start knocking guys out like that, then I'm gonna say, oh wow, this is something else.
Can we all just get along? Bob Arum, you're 80-something years old. Seriously, leave boxing in a great place. Call Al Haymon, bridge this fucking gap. Die as a leader, not a martyr. Martyrs die without the respect of masses. You see what I'm saying? Be a trailblazer. You know, don't, I mean, I'm not playing God, but you're 84 years old. Don King, 80-something years old. You see what I'm saying? So, leave boxing in a great place. You know, don't be a martyr. Be a trailblazer. You know, bridge the gap. Don't be hell no. And you can't say that, you can't call him a racist. You can't, he just wanted it done his way. At 84 years old, when you've been doing something for so long and you believe it works, you know, you can't.
You know what he said though when I asked Bob, you know what he said when I said, you know, with Al Haymon signing all these fighters, it seemed like it would be beneficial for you guys to collaborate and work together. You know what he said? I said, will it ever happen? He said, no, and walked away.
I saw that.
You know,
I saw that interview.
He said, no. So why is it he's willing to work with Bob? He's willing to work with Oscar. He's probably willing to work with other entities, but he doesn't want to work with Al Haymon.
Well, you know, Al Haymon is an extension of Floyd Mayweather. So he see them two guys the same. You see what I'm saying?
And it is. It
Floyd
really
Mayweather
is
walked out on him and said, motherfucker, this is slave wages you're paying. This $2 million contract you giving me per fight, fuck you. This is slave wages. I'm gonna go over here and make $33 million guaranteed whether we sell one fucking ticket or not. That's what motherfucker made close to $300 million in his second to last fight.
Yeah, so we know Floyd is a good businessman, and he didn't go to Harvard like Bob Arum did.
He didn't go to Harvard like
or Al Haymon. But Oscar left Bob too though, and he worked with Oscar.
See,
Oscar left him the same way that Floyd did.
Oscar is in a precarious position because he has to refine footing. You know, it's great that he came back from the issues he had with drugs and alcohol and substance abuse. So now he's regathering himself and he has to realign himself so he can keep Golden Boy Floyd.
And just letting you know the battery blinking now, so
okay.
Go ahead.
Okay, so Golden Boy is gonna be solid. Whether they be great or not, it's all contingent upon Canelo. You know? And Luis Ortiz is not a bad man neither now. Let's not, people don't know who this guy is, but when he knocks Brand, he's gonna knock Jennings down.
To me, he looked like a heavyweight Guillermo Rigondeaux out. I mean, just of course more aggressive because he's a heavyweight. But he got, I mean, he not just a heavyweight. He using skill in there. He jumping back, countering. You look good, man. You look good, man. So,
but Barbershop Conversations, I appreciate you guys' support. 50% of my subscribers is because of Dontae. So
hey, I'm glad you're getting the boost, man.
I really appreciate it. So subscribe. Dontae obviously is going to put a link to you guys and come to my channel. I really appreciate you guys. And Dontae has over 30,000 subs now. I probably helped him get 3 of them subs, but he's helped me get 500, and I've helped him get 3.
It's all love. We working together. we the Al Haymon of the boxing media.
But yeah, and if people don't know what Rigo did for you on his Instagram, you know what I mean? Yeah, you know, I turned the camera on you. Like,
there you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
What did Rigo do?
Good looking, Rigo. I really appreciate that. He posted a picture of me and him on his Instagram, and he shouted me out. You know, he talked about how fair, you know,
one of the realest ones in it.
One of the realest ones. And it got like over 1,200 likes in like a day. So good looking out, Rigo. That means we making an impact in the sport, right?
That's what's up. So yeah, so again, I appreciate you guys' support. Me and Dontae probably go on forever. We probably have to cut this video in 18 different pieces, but
no shit.
But man, it was a great weekend in boxing. You did the interview with Floyd Mayweather Sr. when he said fuck Adrian Broner. You got all them guys. Man, it's gonna be a hell of a. This was a good weekend, man. Because the one good thing I like about another thing about cross promoting is Top Rank had an event yesterday because they knew all the media was gonna be here for this fight. So they cross promoted and Top Rank brought out all their fighters and it was great. You know, but don't forget YouTube subscribers, you guys have value. And I want to make this clear. You guys on YouTube and all these people that are running YouTube channels, you guys help create the Manny Pacquiao-Floyd Mayweather fight. You see what I'm saying? Don't underestimate your value. So when Triple G is fighting some bullshit fight, when Canelo's gonna fight a bullshit fight, when Floyd Mayweather's fighting a bullshit fight, speak up and go to these videos that share and like these videos and pass them on through Twitter, Instagram, because when these videos get 50,000 views, 100,000 views, these guys at Golden Boy and Mayweather Promotions and K9 Sports, they look at these videos and be like, you know what, we can't fool the public anymore. Triple G, you got to get in there with Canelo. You know, Mayweather, you got to get in there with Pacquiao. You know, so don't underestimate you guys' value, because you guys are so valuable, and because you guys are not getting it in monetary gains, you guys don't fully see how valuable you guys truly are. But you know, it's just astonishing that like a guy like Dontae, who works off of YouTube, and half the crowd knows who you are. You know, Dontae Boxing Nation. You know, like I become Dontae's cameraman when we're walking through the the stadium, because everyone was like, because he wears his hat and everyone knows who Dontae is. Like, I watch your videos, and I'll be like, Dontae, we gotta get this on video. You know what I mean? So you know, don't underestimate you guys' value. You guys are extremely powerful out there, and continue to support these YouTube channels. But Dontae has done a phenomenal job at supporting me, so I will forever support him, and we'll just keep this going. But I appreciate you guys' support. Go to Barbershop Conversations, subscribe, watch my videos. I did some great interviews, and we'll see you guys at the next fight. Appreciate you guys.
And that's a wrap. All right, on to the next one, y'all.